Carnaval for Rain in Brazil promoting Satan and despised the death and resurrection of Yeshua on the cross. Brazilian satanic representations displayed during the samba school parades, happening in Brazil. The public mockery of Yeshua. That the people mocked Yeshua Jesus and celebrated Satan as their God, and there was a disastrous flood in the land. Criticize Christian religious representations in samba school parades, such as the staging between Jesus and the devil in the Gavioes da Fiel parade in 2019 and the Salgueiro float, this year 2023, which featured a gigantic doll representing the devil. Because the Brazilian promote Satanism, Elohim punished them with rains and floods that wash away vehicles and destroy houses this year 2023. Exodus chapter 20 verses 2-6, 2 I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. 3 Thou shalt have no other gods before me. 4 Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. 5 Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I the Lord thy God am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. 6 And shewing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, and keep my commandments. Brazilians mocked God during Carnaval held on February 18, 2023, which provoked God and also Christians in Brazil to demand justice. Therefore, God hit Brazil with great storms and a flood. Brazilian tragedies that did happen after this year's carnival. As a result, 104 people in Petropolis killed. Disaster happened because they mocked God. Rio Carnival, the world-renowned festival of music, dance, and revelry, took a dark turn this year when a group of participants engaged in what looked like Satan worship. The event, which was held in the city of Rio de Janeiro, featured the participants dressed in black and red costumes, with many wearing devil horns and carrying pitchforks. Others wore masks with satanic symbols, such as inverted crosses. The Brazilian Carnival was held from February 15 to 25, 2023 in Rio de Janeiro after 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic. Brazil recorded the first case of COVID-19 on February 26, 2020. 2 people playing the devil and the Christ, with the former dragging the Christ character by the wrist. The carnival has since generated severe criticism from the ecclesiastical community in Brazil. At the Brazil festival, they decided to mock God. Look at this blasphemous imagery. They portrayed Satan as beating Jesus. Once this year's carnival took again its activities after almost 2 years without action due to the pandemic. A samba school in Rio de Janeiro mocked God and the Bible, but a surprising event occurred right after. The Gavioes da Fiel school is always characterized by creating parades with themes that mock God and what is written in His Word. This year they created a representation of the creation in a red paradise where they expressed that sin is something natural to human beings and not a consequence of disobedience. This action surprised many and especially Christians. This time, they presented the characters of Adam and Eve dressed in red with white contact lenses, giving a very scary look, and on the other side was an actor who represented Yeshua Jesus and was hanging in the air for a full hour, all as a joke. But after the parade, the actor began to feel bad for the amount of time he was hanging and had to receive immediate help by the firefighters at the Inhembi Sambadrum. The man, whose identity is unknown, was hanging from the top of a moving and decorated truck, one of the main attractions in addition to Adam and Eve. He was rushed down from the height and taken to receive medical attention while he was conscious, but hours later he had to be taken to the Santana Hospital emergency room, where he was going to be examined. Right now his state of health is not known. According to Gavioes da Fiel, this year's theme represented religious freedom and intolerance, where they promoted a unity of all faiths and sexual diversities where people could say amen. Also they tried to include Santeria. It is not the first time that an actor suffers a sudden event when this type of activity in Brazil depicts Jesus trying to make fun of him, because the last time when there was also another actor dressed as Jesus crucified and defeated by Satan, it was rumored that the man had a car accident. Deuteronomy 18, 10-13, 10 There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch. 11 Or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. 12 For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee. Satan wants you. The cult of devil worship in America. Satanism has a variety of connotations: the renunciation and denial of a Christian God, the ascendance of evil over good, the forces of darkness, the use of ritual evocations of demons and sacrifices. Satanic religions are as old as monotheism, and have their origins in Persia of the 6th century. However, Satanism is a worldwide conspiracy. The vast majority of Satanists belong to neo-satanic churches and represent great threat to society.